Hi guys, I am Preeti and you are watching this very special video on how to remove bad luck, because this is a question that a lot of people usually wonder, and yes, we get it permanently. So how to remove bad luck permanently, and we are going to discuss a lot of stuff based on this topic. I have discussed a lot on my channel, like visualization, affirmations, this and that, and all sorts of amazing things. I know that all of those things do make sense, but at one point everybody comes to they just come to a point that they just want that everything has to be like erased permanently. So how can we do that, and how can that happen in our life? We are going to discuss a lot of that stuff in this video, and so let's go ahead. What have you done till now to get rid of problems? In order that you have had problems and you might have searched on the internet to find what the solutions are, there are a couple of things you might have already done to erase your problems, or maybe to get what you are looking for. So you might have tried goal setting techniques. If you have not tried, I have discussed that on my channel. Do go ahead and watch that on my channel. Then you have meditation. Meditation is very commonly talked about on my channel and worldwide, right? So yes, if you have done that, even then certain times people do complain. Then there are things like healing. Any sort of healing you might have got done, or you might have yourself learned. A lot of people usually learn healing methods so that they don't have to spend after somebody, they don't have to give money to somebody to give them healing. But yeah, they do take that. So the next thing is learning Reiki. Reiki is also a very amazing technique and a very amazing process of healing through the hands-on healing, what we call that as. Then we have visualization. I have discussed on visualization as well. Then we have hypnosis. Hypnosis is also a very beautiful process in order to remove certain emotional and mental blockages from your mind, from your emotional body, etc. And past life regression is another amazing technique which people go through, and usually only through expert supervision. Very good past life regression session that is very much releasing of all the emotions, negative emotions and negative mental patterns, usually happens in front of a past life regression therapist. It cannot happen on its own. So yeah, there is no marketing in this, but yeah, that does matter. If you want to check out what past life regression is, just go ahead. We have discussed that in our past sessions. And any other, yeah, I know, agadam bagadam, any other magical things or any other stuff that you might have heard, that this thing works and that thing works. If you have this problem, then try this. If you have that problem, then try this. A lot of things are running around us, and we might have tried a lot of them. So any of these things if you have tried, then then there are some other techniques that you might have done, means wearing crystals. So I do wear crystals myself. There is no offense in that, there is no mockery going on here for that. But I just want to say that even when people do all of these things, they are still looking for additional answers, and we are going to look out for the additional stuff that we have in our mind, that a little bit of emptiness that everybody has in their mind despite of doing all this amazing stuff, right? So there is nothing wrong in wearing crystals, right? Because I do it myself even now. So then we have spiritual rituals like burning incense, burning sage, and a lot of other things we do. Then we have pujas. If you are an Indian, you might know that Indians do puja, and that is a sort of worshipping the Lord, worshipping the deities, different sort of deities for different purposes. And up to a certain extent, pujas are really good. They are very, very cleansing for the human soul. And up to a certain extent, pujas, the way they happen now, it does make a lot of people question whether doing pujas is necessary or not. Then we have havans. Again, if you are from India, I think a lot of people in Asia also do that, but yes, havans or rituals or chanting that people do, that people get it done from others. Let me be very clear on this, that chanting, if somebody is doing for you, it's not going to work 100% for you, because that person is doing for you. So he or she, whoever that person is going to carry like 20 to 25% credit points from your account. Even though they are doing it for you, they are also going to carry some credits because they did it for you. So yes, and any other remedies or any other nuskhas, nuskha is a Hindi word, and nuskha just means trying out different tips, different techniques, or different sort of stuff, mixing and matching and seeing whether it works for you or not. Then we have despite of doing all of this, some problems in your life, like that of health, wealth, relationship, career, money, etc., they might be coming back again and again. So in order that you want satisfactory answers, you might have done all of these or a few of these techniques, but still you are searching for that missing piece of the puzzle, for something that is going to make you feel complete. So maybe you might have got answers, maybe you might have not found answers. Again, I'd like to specify that all of these techniques, it has worked for some people, and for a lot of people, not just some people, and for a lot of people, when something has worked, it means that it does hold some worth. They are worth it, they are worth doing, they are worth practicing, because they are giving results to a lot of people. But some people, when they don't find results out of all of these techniques, they just wonder what's wrong with them, especially because if something is working for a wide variety of people, why it's not working for them. So don't take me wrong. Again, I'd like to say these practices are in itself outstanding, giving perfect results. But there are other reasons when these techniques don't work for you. All of these techniques, or maybe a few of these techniques. Even I have tried a lot of these techniques, and initially when I was a beginner, a few of these techniques just did not work for me, like the visualization and goal setting techniques. They never worked for me when I was like a beginner, almost 13 years back. So what's the reason? You would like to find the reason, right? Once we know the reason, then we can find the solutions for stopping what's happening. So the reason is, a lot of you guys, a lot of people, there's a reason why these things keep coming back, and you just try to wipe away the problem from the surface. If something is from within, it's not going to just get wiped away when you are wiping off the surface. And if you have a problem that goes deep down into your soul, then just doing like a little bit of technique here and there, it's not going to help. You need a deep inner cleansing, which nobody in this world can do except you. Let me be very clear on this. A lot of people usually tell me, they mail me that, okay, how can I do a deep cleansing? Can you help me with that? Just try to follow this session. You yourself will know the answers, what helps in a very deep cleansing of the inner soul. So there are now all of these techniques, somewhere or the other, they are also going to help to do a deep cleansing. But there is something or the other that actually stops you from that cleansing process. So what is that? You would love to know what is actually stopping you, and a lot of mechanisms inside us, they work in a way that might actually stop you or block you from doing certain good things for yourself. Now let's see, why does that happen? The main reason is that from 0 to 25 years, every child that is born from 0 to 25, they have NLP pathways, neuro-linguistic pathways, that are building inside their brain, and which almost stays permanent throughout the life. So once these pathways are already built from 0 to 25 years, thereafter they stay almost permanent. I do stress on this fact, almost. I don't say they are permanent, but when I say almost, It's just that most of the people, 99% of people, they never ever try to think against that. They never ever try to think outside the box, and that is why the programming stays permanent for them. But for rest of the 1% people who actually question themselves that, okay, if that person is a billionaire, why can I not do that for me? So that is actually going to make you think, that is actually going to stir up some sort of uneasiness inside you, but in a way that uneasiness is good for you, and you will start searching for different answers in your life, and somewhere or the other you will be stumbling upon something that's going to make sense. And a lot of these techniques that were discussed, like meditation, visualization, etc., etc., somewhere or the other these people, they discover these techniques and start trying. Trial and error. Some things work, some things they just take some time, and some people, they just give up on trying certain techniques. So this is what the NLP pathways. You might say, okay, what is neuro linguistic programming? It is something like wiring of your brain. And wiring of your brain, it's in a sense that when something happens to you, you are getting some sort of experience. Remember, there is no experience that can be termed as positive or negative, but the way you are brought up from 0 to 25 years, that actually defines your experiences for your lifetime. From 0 to 25 years, if you have seen a lot of negative experiences, then that's going to build up a brain, a very restrictive sort of programming, that's going to say, oh, you're not going to be able to do this, oh, just beware, you should stay away from these sort of people. So that is what happens. And when a person has been brought up very positively, that person is going to be motivated, even if they are seeing certain setbacks, even if they are seeing certain failures, still they will be motivated. They will be motivated to take the next step forward, no matter whatever has happened. So this 0 to 7 years of NLP pathways programming, where does it come from? It comes from the parenting. You might say, oh my god, my parents were very negative, they just kept on. Sometimes parents tell the children, right, that, oh, you are so stupid, you are so dumb, you just did not know how to do this, oh, you're not intelligent, oh, you're not smart, oh, you're not creative. So these are the different directions that people give their children. These are the certain instructions or certain remarks that people keep on giving their children. They just don't know why they are doing it. They just feel that children might be motivated, that, oh no, I'm not stupid, let me show my smartness, let me show my intelligence to you. But children don't work that way. The minds of children don't work that way. The minds are developing, and the way you treat them, it's going to develop their mind in that way. So if you are demotivating them continuously, if you are discouraging them, if you are discouraging them negatively, if you are continuously nagging them, continuously passing negative remarks or critical remarks, then it's very difficult for that child to get some sort of positivity in their life in future. And then what else does build up a child's NLP pathways? It is the programming, the experiences in their life that they have during school life, college life, and their personal life. Plus, I should also be very clear on this, that children, not necessarily whatever you are telling them, they are going to accept it in that way. If you tell them something in a very light, hilarious way, in a light comedy way, they might not take it positively. They might just feel offended that, oh, my mom or my dad is just making fun of me, and they might feel disrespected. You have to learn to respect the being of that child, even if that child is just 1 year old or 0 year old. That person is just 1 day old. You have to make sure that you respect that child. So if you want to learn a lot in detail about parenting, I have discussed that on my video, so just go ahead and watch that. So let's just take an example. If there are certain kids that are brought up in a background that usually where parents are struggling, where parents are not getting enough for themselves, where they are not going to be able to provide the best of lifestyle, the best of education to their children, then they are going to be getting into any of these negative activities. Nobody is going to stop them, nobody is going to tell them, hey, doing this is wrong, doing this is something that's unethical, that's against our values. So these kids, they just think once they grow up that nothing is wrong in doing that. They just feel that is how life goes, and that is how their parents have taught them. Even their parents are learning all of this from their parents. Their parents also feel that there is nothing wrong in doing all of these negative activities. So yeah, then there is this another sort of kid that is brought up with very very good values, very very good morals, good manners. The parents, they actually insist on speaking the truth. The parents insist on being honest and integrity with their character, with whatever they do in their life. So when this sort of child, that child grows up, that child is going to be such a reliable citizen. Anybody can just depend on them, anybody can just rely on them, that whatever they are going to be assigned, whatever work they are going to be given, they are just going to do it confidently, they are just going to do it satisfactorily. And you can just imagine the earlier child that we discussed. Do you think that any huge company, any good and reputed, a prestigious company is going to hire a child like that? Yeah, again, as we discussed earlier, if that child perceives positive things out of all the negativity that he is getting, he might end up being a very good citizen. But yeah, chances are a little lower for that. But yes, we do know that the second sort of example that we see, these are the children, these are the citizens that we would love to have in our society, right? So why does that happen, and how does this happen? So let's see, it is termed in different ways across different theories of science and spirituality. Now there are a lot of reasons, there are a lot of different ways these things are expressed, these things are explained. And yes, scientifically all of these different perspectives are correct. You might say, okay, according to me, which one is correct? All are different theories, because the world is huge, and at some point of time, one area could not, the knowledge and the truth that was unveiled by any saint or any intelligent person or scholar in one area could not reach the other part of the planet. So divine, the universe, they make sure that they have scholars, they have such intelligent and spiritual people around the globe that are going to give out the same sort of explanations, maybe through different sort of theories. So that is why we have several theories here. The first theory is about the critical filter theory of the subconscious mind. Not of the subconscious mind. Critical filter is something that is actually it separates from your conscious mind and the subconscious mind. There you can see it. The conscious mind and the subconscious mind are separated by this filter known as the critical filter. And the critical filter, its programming is done from 0 to 18 years, or maybe to 20 to 22 years of age. And after that, the programming is complete, and it sets a permanent thing, it sets a permanent layer of the critical filter over your subconscious mind, after which you just cannot feed anything into the subconscious mind on your own. There are techniques to feed inside the subconscious mind, for which we have affirmations. We just have a video on that, you can just go ahead and check it. So yes, and then we have the closed chakras. The closed chakras, if the chakras are closed, means they have a lot of untapped potential. It just is lying within them. And even being in India is something that has given this knowledge to people all over the world, and yet people in India are not aware of this. So yeah, just be aware and do share this video with as many people as possible. Yeah, so then we have amygdala gland in the brain. So the brain has a little gland which actually has a state that is called the state of homeostasis. Now what is homeostasis? If there is a person who is earning very less income, and that person is that person has seen that sort of background of their parents and their grandparents, so that state is going to be like a state of homeostasis for that person, means that is a normal life for that person. This is why we say why the rich are becoming more richer and the people below the line, they're just getting there, they're not able to get themselves above the line of rich and getting a luxurious life. It's just result of this, the state of homeostasis. The same thing is with, if a child has seen a relationship between the parents that is very good, that is very loving, and the same thing that child has seen in several other relationships around that child when the child was growing, the grandparents, the uncles and the aunts, the relatives, they had such warm and amazing relationships. So this child is going to develop a state of homeostasis, which is like having a good life partner sort of relationship is like a normal thing, and that person will easily attract that kind of life partner who is going to be a very loving and caring partner for the lifetime. So yeah, you will understand a lot of disturbances in lives of people through this. So how and why does this all happen? Because we have to have answers, right? So it just happens because of karmas, life purpose and soul purpose. Everybody has a set of karmas, karmic baggage that they need to pay off, plus a life purpose which they have brought along with them, a few learnings and lessons, and the soul's purpose. So let's go ahead with the karmas. Karmic blockages, negative karmas, if people have done, then they will block that same energy, they will block that goodness what they have done towards the others, that they have blocked towards the others, they are going to block that same goodness in their own life. That's called as karmic blockage. Then karmic baggage, they are going to have for themselves, whether it's good or bad, but yes, you are going to have a lot of it. And then we have the soul path. Soul path is something that everybody has to follow, and if somebody is not following the soul path, then also they are going to have all of those negative experiences. Astrological dosha, numerological problems, problem numbers and past life. So when you have a set of negative karmas, then you will have your astrological chart designed in a way that's going to allow you to go through all that karmic baggage. You are going to have the chart, the birth chart, according to something that's going to help you to pay off that karmic baggage and allow you to walk on the path of your soul. So that is how things go. And energy blockages, a very interesting session about past life regression I have already done on my channel. If you would love to watch that video, just go ahead and watch it. And all of this, the astrological dosha, the numerological problem numbers and the past life blockages, all of this will give rise to energy blockages in the present life. Then what happens then? That will actually build whatever an energy blockages you have brought into your life. According to those blockages, you will be selecting parents, you will be selecting a background, such a background, a suitable background which will allow you to go through all those negative karmic baggages, go through all those negative karmas. Numerologically, a lot of things, a lot of people who are similar with their karmic pattern, they come into a same family and they themselves give punishment to each other for doing those karmas. So yeah, that does happen. I will be discussing about that. If you want me to make a video on that, just comment below about how soon you would love to have that session, right? So all of your karmas, your past karmas, your learnings, your life purpose, that will design what sort of parenting you want to have in this life, that will design what sort of experiences you want to have, that will design what sort of childhood you want to have. So yes, how to permanently remove these blockages. So there are several solutions, some of them are listed below. Path of spirituality like Kriya Yoga, Diksha, etc. they help a person to get rid of these blockages permanently. And you might say, okay, give us an example, what is that? So that is, this website. Just go ahead, the website address is given above. You can just go ahead and get Kriya Yoga lessons. They do charge a little amount for that, but yes, it's a very good practice, and that is somewhere what I feel is trustworthy. So that is why I am sharing. I don't usually share stuff about others on my channel. I just share only when I feel that I'm 100% sure about its authenticity. So some spiritual books provide paths. Yes, some spiritual books provide paths, and I am not sharing any of them just because I am not sure whether just reading a book is going to help you to specifically follow a path and just remove all your blockages from the inside out. So we are not sharing any such books. If you are aware of any book that has served that purpose for you, then do share that book in the comment down below. So meditation and opening all chakras is something that is going to also help you. Then we have chakra balancing meditation, can also help you to open your chakras. I do have a chakra balancing meditation. You can just go ahead and get it from my website. I will be linking the link in the description box down below. Then we have affirmations. We have discussed a video on affirmations already. Do check that out. Goal setting also we have discussed. Visualization also we have discussed. Have to practice any of these. So these are the techniques that you have to imbibe. All of these techniques, any of the practice that you choose, you have to imbibe those techniques in your day-to-day life. So whether you are a housewife, you are a working woman, or a businessman, or a 9-to-5 person, then also you still have to do these processes along with whatever you are doing. Practicing a few times will not help. When things run deep down within, just practicing a little or practicing a few times and just giving up will not help. I know that a lot of people struggle, a lot of people suffer, but they just feel that those techniques, when they don't work for them, those techniques don't bring any results. But I must say that a lot of techniques, and all of these techniques what we have discussed here, they do have worked for a lot of people, means they bring results. So do it all throughout the day and along with all the other work. Just any of the techniques that resonates with you, hold on to that technique and keep practicing it throughout the day along with your work. Then you also might have, if you can think negatively along with your work, which usually a lot of people do, if there is a certain problem that has just come all of a sudden, then you have this mind, right? Oh my god, why did this happen? Oh my god, why did this happen? Oh my god, now what should I do? What should I do? These sort of negative thoughts, they keep ringing inside everybody's mind again and again. So rather than thinking all of that stuff, you can definitely instill positive thought and positive habits. So when you have a certain technique at hand, you are aware what to do when you get certain negative experiences. Not just negative experiences, but any experiences that you might have in your life, right? So then balanced diet. Yeah, this is very important. Now this is very off topic, but a balanced diet is very important in order that you have a sane mind and sane emotions and sane body. So if daily needs of essential vitamins, minerals are fulfilled, then there might be lesser mental and emotional up downs. Yeah, that's a huge fact. I was a believer that meditation can fulfill all of the requirements. Well, that is like all the spiritual requirements, but the physical body needs physical nutrients and minerals, right? So yes, you have to stick to that. Check balanced diet segment on, I have a Khabri channel, and the session is in Hindi. If you want that session in English language on my channel, do comment in the description box below, so that in the comment box below, so that I can make that video. And if you have transcended or you are spiritually in a very high state, then too you will require to have a balanced diet. Means daily requirements of certain vitamins and minerals has to be fulfilled. If it's not fulfilled, even then it's going to make you feel incomplete, right? Some people are mistaken that meditation and high states of meditation, they fulfill all bodily functions, which is not true. There are certain techniques that actually stir up a gland in your brain that actually does that, but that process is it's very difficult. That process requires a lot of meditation in order to master it. I myself have not done that process, so I cannot tell you any importance or any guidance based on that, right? So then we have opening the blockages. So opening the blockages can happen through a lot of different methods, and you can see that, here you can see the energy that is rising above the chakras, and it is known as the opening all chakras by your kundalini energy will help you to overcome karmic blockages and all sorts of other blockages. Yes, that's a very very good practice to do, and nobody can remove your karmas. You have to be very clear on that. You will remove karmic blockages by paying them. So whenever anybody comes on a path of kundalini awakening, they are going to speed up their karmic baggage fulfilling, their karmic payoff time, which might appear as a roller coaster ride in your life. So kundalini process will speed up karmic payoff time. Life might be a roller coaster ride. It can take time to clear off karmic blockages from one chakra, which might take months or even years. Yes, it does take even years to move to higher chakra from one chakra to another, and chakra opening can actually balance other chakras, which might make you feel that you have opened all your chakras all at once. Yes, a lot of people usually tell me, oh, I have all my chakras opened, and I am like, yeah, it must be good. There are two chances in that: you have actually done it, or you just feel so positive inside that you feel that okay, all the chakras have been opened. But after that, if you start getting some negative experiences, then also you can actually assume that it has not been done yet. So if you want to start opening your chakras, then you can go ahead with chakra balancing meditation. Link is given, and it's given at a reasonable price. I have not given it for free because I tried doing a lot of stuff for free in my earlier practice, whatever I was doing, but I did see that people did not value that, and I had to put a price on everything that I do. So then we have, there is one warning. When you try to open your chakras by your kundalini to remove blockages permanently, then you will have a roller coaster of a life. Means what happens is, when a person has some karmic baggage, then life chooses that okay, 20% of the negative karmic baggage you will have to pay in this life, the rest of 30% will be in the next life, and the rest of the baggage, that's 50%, is left. It will be paid off in the future births. But when you are opening your kundalini energy and opening your chakras, you are making sure that you pay off all that 100% in this birth itself. And negative karmas, negative karmas are scattered through lifetimes, because sometimes people have done such grave karmas that they just cannot bear it all in one birth. But if you choose this path of kundalini awakening, you might actually choose to have all of those 100% negative experiences in one life. Yes, so if you want to make things quicker for you, it can be a few months to years according to the amount of blockage you have in your chakras. So how much do rituals, crystals and other methods affect? So because we have discussed a lot about them, and they are all 100% effective. But to bring a complete transformation from the inside out, you need to break the inner barriers. How to break the inner barriers? By all the different methods that we discussed earlier in this video. this will unlock the effectiveness of all other methods you are using. So all of these methods, they will start becoming 1,000% more effective once you have all your inner barriers cleansed and removed. So once your inner barriers, yeah, we discussed that. So yeah, that is what you would love to, right? We all want that, and how to break the inner barriers. So yeah, inner barriers that can be broken when you have selected any method of ascension. So ascension, ascending on your path, is the soul ascension. It happens in a lot of different methods, and whatever method you choose, you will be prompted by barriers one after another. Yes, once you start practicing a path of ascension, one after the other, the barriers that are inside you, they will start disturbing you. They will start hindering your progress of ascension. They will test you for your inner strength. At times you will be strong, at times you will not be strong. At times you will be finding it very difficult, almost impossible to just stand strong with whatever blockages you have within you. And during all of these times, you need to keep doing the essential rules. You need to keep following the ascension steps, the ascension rules that you are following. And if you say, okay, what are blockages within me? Blockages within you are fears, insecurities, and negative emotions, negative thoughts. And whenever you try to do something good, it just tells you, something just holds you back. The state of homeostasis that I actually discussed is a state where your mind is going to stop you from doing good things. If there are things that are difficult for you, life has been difficult for you in childhood, then if you try to make a lifestyle that's like very good and rich and luxurious, there are going to be blockages within you that will hold you back from following on that path, from walking on that path. So yes, that is what the state of homeostasis does. So things that are within you that actually stop you, nobody outside you is going to stop you, just something that's within you. Yes, and if there are barriers in you, there are going to be people outside you who are going to stop you for that same thing. Nobody can stop you for something for what you are not stopping yourself. But if you stop yourself for something, then people are also going to stop you for that thing. And then moments of precipice, this is a very important part. Like these 5 minutes when we discuss this part, it's going to be like life transformational for you. So the moment of precipice, it comes in everybody's life, and a lot of moments, not just one moment, but a lot of moments we do have in our life that are like the moments of precipice. And moment of precipice are the times when your blockages, your weaknesses will hurt you the most. They will block you the most. This is the time when you will be hit really hard, the very, very difficult time in your life, and there is going to be a choice for you, whether you want to fall down, whether you want to accept defeat, or whether you want to continue going on, or whether you want to hold on to the goal that you have about your life, to the goal you want to have about success in your life. So now success is like success in health, wealth, relationship, career, etc. Right? So until you don't continuously choose, until you don't continuously choose to keep going on, you will have hindrances in your life. That is a huge irony of life. If somebody gives up, life will just keep pushing them. Life will just keep on giving them setbacks and failures and problems. And for people who are very successful, who just keep going on and on and on, they don't have that many pushings, they don't have that many setbacks and hindrances in their life. So, and you will have to keep on ascending. You have to keep on ascending until you completely transcend your lower self. So yeah, so what is the method of ascension? We have already discussed a few of them, and more discussion I will be doing that later on my channel whenever I get very, very sure methods that I know that I can assure you that they are going to bring results, then I will be discussing that stuff with you, and or you yourself can just go ahead and find some methods on your own if you don't have patience, right? Because because you deserve, if you deserve to have ascension earlier, then you have to search for it from right now. And thanks for watching. Do like this video if you have liked it. Leave a comment. I know that I have discussed a lot of stuff in this video. Leave a comment about what part you liked the most or what part hit you the most, and subscribe and share this video with as many people as you feel that they should be knowing this knowledge, right? So yes, so keep following the path of your soul's purpose, because you are born for a reason. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.